Hello guys, today I want to share all of you about new Korean grammar, 을테니까. 을테니까. This grammar is expressing reason and suggestion. Now we look at the example. 가무태 비빔밥에는 고추장을 넣어야 맛있지요. 비빔밥에는 고추장을 넣어야 맛있지요. Ask that. Doesn't bibimbap need red pepper paste to taste good? 나 대답. 네, 하지만 고추장을 많이 넣으면 매울 테니까 조금만 넣으세요. Yes, but it will be spicy if you add a lot of red pepper paste. So, only put a little. Now we look at the sentence. Why we use 일테니까? You look at the following sentence. 조금만 넣으세요. 조금만 넣으세요. It means the person suggests to the listener, right? And the first sentence. 고추장을 많이 넣으면 매울 테니까. It is a reason of following sentence, right? It means that if you put a lot of red pepper, you will be spicy, right? So you suggestion to the listener that put it a little bit. In this situation, we can use 을테니까. The first sentence is the reason of the following sentence. The following sentence is a suggestion, right? Or advice. Now we look at the next example. 카셋. 마크 씨가 면접을 잘 봤는지 모르겠어요. 마크 씨가 면접을 잘 봤는지 모르겠어요. I wonder if Mark did well on his interview. 나 said. 잘 봤을 테니까 걱정하지 마세요. 잘 봤을 테니까 걱정하지 마세요. I'm sure he did well, so don't worry. Now we look at the following sentence. 걱정하지 마세요. It means advise, right? The speaker advised to the listener that don't worry. And the first sentence, 잘 봤어요, right? It means the reason of the following sentence, right? It means don't worry, he will pass the interview, right? So, the first sentence is the reason of following sentence. So we can use 을테니까. Now we read the definition of this grammar. The expression is a combination of 을터이다, which express the speaker's supposition or intention, and 으니까, which express a reason. In a sentence with this construction, the second clause contains the speaker's suggestion or statement of advice to the listener, while the first clause provides the speaker reason for giving such a suggestion or advice. Do you understand about this? It means the first sentence is the reason of the following sentence. The following sentence must be suggestion or advice. You must remember that 3 points, right? Now we look at the form of this grammar. 을테니까. We use with adjective or verb. 10. We use it 았었을테니까. 았었을테니까. We look at 카다. 카다. 갔을테니까. 갔을테니까. 카다 don't have 받침, so we add 상시읒 plus 을. 갔을테니까. 놀다. 놀다. We have a 받침, so we put 았었을테니까. 았었을테니까. 현재 and 미래. 현재 it means present. 미래 it means future. 을테니까. 을테니까. 카다. 갈테니까. 갈테니까. 놀다. 놀을테니까. 놀을테니까. Now we look noun plus ida. 과거. 였을테니까. 였을테니까. 아이이다. 아이이다. We look at ai. ai don't have 받침, so we use 아이였을테니까. 아이였을테니까. 학생이다. 학생이다. 학생. 학생 have 받침, so we use 학생이었을테니까. 학생이었을테니까. Now we look at 현재. 현재 미래. 일테니까. 일테니까. 아이이다. 아이이다. 아이일테니까. 아이일테니까. 학생이다. 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 학생일테니까. 학생일테니까. So when we use with 현재 or 미래, we don't think about noun have 받침 or don't have 받침. We use with 일테니까. 일테니까 together, right? Now we look next example. 가아댓 마리씨가 과일을 좋아하니까 사과를 좀 사갈까요? 마리씨가 과일을 좋아하니까 사과를 좀 사갈까요? Shall we buy some apples since Mary likes fruit? 나 대답. 요즘 딸기철이라 딸기가 싸고 맛있을 테니까 딸기를 살까요? 요즘 딸기철이라 딸기가 싸고 맛있을 테니까 딸기를 살까요? Because it's strawberry season now, they should be cheap and taste good. So let's buy some strawberry. 요즘 딸기철이라 딸기가 싸고 맛있을 테니까. It is the reason to tell the listener that you should buy strawberry because it's the strawberry season, right? Following sentence. 딸기를 살까요? It means it is a suggestion, right? Or advice to tell the listener to buy strawberry. So in this case, we can use 을테니까. One more example. 가못해. 선생님을 만나고 싶은데 어디에 계시는지 아세요? I want to meet the teacher, so do you know where she is? 나 대답. 사무실에 계실 테니까 거기로 가보세요. 사무실에 계실 테니까 거기로 가보세요. She should be in her office, so go and check there. Now we look at the sentence why we use 을테니까. Now we find which is a reason and which is a advice or suggestion. 사무실에 계실 테니까. 사무실에 계세요. It in the reason, right? And 거기로 가보세요. It means advice, right? So when we have the reason and advice or suggestion, we can use 을테니까, right? So this sentence is correct. Now we look one more example. 가못해. 아침 회의 때 음료수만 준비하면 될까요? 아침 회의 때 음료수만 준비하면 될까요? Do we only need to prepare drink for the morning meeting? 나 대답. 대부분 아침을 안 먹었을 테니까 샌드위치도 같이 준비하는 게 좋겠어요. 대부분 아침을 안 먹었을 테니까 샌드위치도 같이 준비하는 게 좋겠어요. More people probably won't have eaten breakfast, so preparing some sandwich too is probably a good idea. Now we look at the first sentence. It is the reason, right? And the following sentence is advice, right? So this sentence is correct. To you, 을테니까. Now you look the note 1. The expression can also be used at the end of a sentence in the form of 을테니까요. Example. 일찍 출발하세요. 월요일이라 길이 막힐 테니까요. 일찍 출발하세요. 월요일이라 길이 막힐 테니까요. Please leave early. There will be a traffic jam since it is Monday. In this case, meaning the same, right? We only change the place of sentence, right? We move the suggestion to put in brown, and after this, the reason, and ended by 을테니까요. Note 2. Expressions such as 걱정이다, 걱정이다, 고맙다, 고맙다, and 미안하다, 미안하다 cannot follow 을테니까, 을테니까. Now we're seeing about these three words, right? 걱정이다 it means worry, right? 고맙다, 고맙다, it means thank you. And 미안하다, 미안하다 means sorry. So you think about these three words, not a suggestion, right? Or not advice, right? So we cannot use with 을테니까. Now look at the example. 바쁘실 테니까 참석해 주셔서 감사합니다. 바쁘실 테니까 참석해 주셔서 감사합니다. 참석하다, 참석하다, it means attend to or join to, right? In this sentence, mean that thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. It's not suggestion, right? It's not advice, right? So we cannot use with 을테니까. But we can use with 을텐데, 을텐데. Now we look at the example. 바쁘실 텐데 참석해 주셔서 감사합니다. 바쁘실 텐데 참석해 주셔서 감사합니다. In this sentence means that look, you're so busy, but you're still present. Thank you so much. 을텐데 we use with actual situation, right? And the following sentence we don't mind, right? 바쁘실텐데 mean that you see that person is very busy, right? But he or she still come to join our party, to join our meeting, right? And it's there, he joined, right? Even though he busy. Now look at the next example. 피곤할 테니까 일찍 나오라고 해서 미안해요. 피곤할 테니까 일찍 나오라고 해서 미안해요. 피곤할 테니까 일찍 나오라고 해서 미안해요. This sentence not correct, right? Because we have 미안해요 in this, okay? In the note 2 we say 걱정이다, 고맙다, 미안하다. If you with 을테니까 it's not correct, right? And if we understand the rule of 을테니까, you will know that the following sentence of this sentence not a suggestion or advice, right? 일찍 나오라고 해서 미안해요. It's not a suggestion, right? It means that ask someone to come early, right? Or it means that you order someone to come early. It's not a suggestion or advice, right? So we cannot use with 을테니까. But we can change to 을텐데. Now read the example. 피곤할 텐데 일찍 나오라고 해서 미안해요. 피곤할 텐데 일찍 나오라고 해서 미안해요. In this sentence means that you know that he had worked very much yesterday and today he come early because the speaker told her to come early, right? So in this sentence we use with 을텐데. We cannot use with 을테니까. Now we continue to note 3. This expression is a combination of 을더하다, which states an intention, and 은니까. It is also used to state the speaker's will or intention. As such, it can only be used when the subject is the first person. The expression is then followed by the speaker's suggestion or request to the listener to do something. Additionally, only verb can come before 을테니까, and they can't be in the past tense. Do you understand it? In this point, we note that we use with verb and the first person and cannot past tense, right? You must memorize 3 points, right? Verb, first person, and not past simple, right? Now we look at the example. 가못해. 채영씨, 앞으로 어떻게 연락하면 될까요? 채영씨, 앞으로 어떻게 연락하면 될까요? 채영, how should I contact you from now on? 나 대답. 제 이메일 주소를 가르쳐 드릴 테니까 여기로 연락 주세요. 제 이메일 주소를 가르쳐 드릴 테니까 여기로 연락 주세요. I'll give you my email address so you can contact me that way. Now we look the word ﷺ테리다. ﷺ테리다. This is a verb, right? And che means the first person speak, right? And the following sentence 여기로 연락주세요 means suggestion, right? So in this case we can use with 을테니까. Now we look one more example. 카셋. 손님이 오시니까 빨리 집을 정리해야겠어요. 손님이 오시니까 빨리 집을 정리해야겠어요. I have got to clean up the house fast because some guests are coming. 나 reply. 제가 거실을 정리할 테니까 당신은 방 청소 좀 해줄래요? 제가 거실을 정리할 테니까 당신은 방 청소 좀 해줄래요? I'll clean up the living room, so will you clean the other room? Now we look 제가. 제가 means the first person, right? 거실 정리. 거실 정리하다 means verb, right? And 당신은 방 청소 좀 해줄래요? It means suggestion, right? So, in this case, we can use 을테니까. It means this sentence is correct, right? Now we look at the difference from 을텐데 and 을테니까. Although 을텐데 and 을테니까 are used to express supposition, they differ the following respect. Now look at the picture. 을텐데. 을텐데 refer to the actual situation related to the supposition or assumption. Example. 배가 고플 텐데 어서 드세요. 배가 고플 텐데 어서 드세요. You must be hungry, so please have something to eat. In this sentence, we mean that the speaker sees someone that's hungry. You look the face like hungry, right? Or you know that that person have worked from the morning until afternoon. He not yet eat, so he will be hungry, right? So we can use with 을텐데 is correct. Now we look at 일테니까. 일테니까 refer to reason for the speaker's supposition or assumption. Example. 배가 고플 테니까 어서 드세요. Because you must be hungry, please have something to eat. You look the same, right? It's writing the same, but the meaning is not the same. In this case, because of hungry, right? Because of hungry is the reason, right? And also 드세요, it means suggestion, right? So we can use with 을테니까 when you meet the actual situation. You can use with 을텐데. And if you don't know clearly, it's only reason you can use 을테니까. Now we finish our lesson. Next lesson is 읽어요. 읽어요. Please waiting to see this together. 고맙습니다.